All right, I'm back. We're going to Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, and we're going to review the 3rd and 4th verse and read down from there. It says, neither shalt thou make marriages with them, thy daughter, thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. So we don't give our sons and daughters to these other nations. That's to let you know the Most High is not with interracial marriages. He gave every man his woman, and every woman her man of their nation. Why you say we're not supposed to get with them? When you're reminded of Psalms 96 chapter, the 5th verse, for all the gods of the nations are idols. He said in verse 4 of Deuteronomy 7th chapter, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods, other idols. Since all the gods is idols, so will the anger of the Most High be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. That's why we looking at, we going into captivity after captivity after captivity, and we go on these captivities, we were bowing down to their gods. Remember, the 2/3 outnumber the 1/3 until this day. They're doing the things that they see the other nations do. He said, but thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, what they believe in, like these religions, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. Get rid of them completely. He said, for thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power, your power, Yasharallah, 12 tribes of Israel. The Most High thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. How special? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You see, the Most High did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, but ye were the fewest. Hear this? We were the fewest of all people. But because the Most High loved you, he loved us, 12 tribes of Israel, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, hath the Most High brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, captivity, slavery, and bondage, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know therefore that the Most High thy power, he is power, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant, contract, agreement, his laws, statutes, commandments, and mercy, not getting something we do deserve, with them that love him, and what? And keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. Understand, overstand this. He also said, and repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. So all you that say that you love the Most High, and you telling people that they're not under the laws and his commandments of the Most High, you hate him. You are a hater of the Most High. And he said he repayeth them that hate him, that don't want to keep his commandments, don't want to keep his laws, to their face, to destroy them. You're going to be destroyed by the Most High. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. Do you hear that? Look, jump down to verse 16. And thou shalt consume all the people which the Most High thy power shall deliver thee. 7 nations greater and mightier than us. Thine eyes shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods. See? He said, neither shall we serve their gods or their idols. But that will be a snare unto thee. See, it's going to be a snare unto us. If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? We rolling with the Most High. He said, hey, thou shalt not be afraid of them. So don't be afraid of these nations, but shall well remember what the Most High thy power, your power, Yasharallah, 12 tribes of Israel, did unto Pharaoh and unto all Egypt. Remember, you put them 10 plagues on the Egyptians. Nothing happened to us. Well, we're living that. He said he killed Pharaoh and all this army that came after us after we left Egypt. The great temptations which thine eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders, and the mighty hand and the stretched out arm, whereby the Most High thy power brought thee out. So shall the Most High thy power, your power, 12 tribes of Israel, do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. You hear that? That's the Most High saying what he going to do. Moreover, the Most High thy power will send a hornet. He said he's going to send a hornet among them until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed. He said he sent hornets on them to destroy them. Hornets. Wherever they was hiding, the hornets found them and destroyed them. Thou shalt not be affrighted of them, he said, for the Most High thy power is among you, a mighty power and terrible. That's right. That's our power. The Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, will put out those nations before thee by little and little. Hear that? He say, I'm going to kill them little by little. Not at once, but little by little. Thou mayest not consume them at once. So you can't kill them all at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon thee. Hear that? The beasts of the field going to increase upon thee. He said, hey, but the Most High thy power shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction until they be destroyed. And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them. The graven images, their idols, of their gods shall be burned, shall ye burn. He told us to burn up their graven images of their gods. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them. On these idols they put silver and gold. Say, don't desire that silver or gold that's on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. See? Mingled among the heathen and learn their works. It was a trap unto us. That snare is a trap to us. But it is an abomination to the Most High thy power, because that gold and silver was on an idol. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. Just like you go back to Jeremiah 10. And once you bring this cursed thing into your house every so-called Christmas, and you a cursed thing right along with the cursed thing that you bring in your house, as he just said. Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word which the Most High speaketh unto you, O house of Israel, O family of Israel, the Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel. Thus say the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen. Learn not the way of these other nations. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, like everybody was dismayed at the eclipse we just had. For the heathen are dismayed at them, right? This is what it says. For the customs of the people are vain, worthless, have no merit with the Most High. But one cutteth a tree out of the forest. This is a Christmas tree that y'all having in your house during the Christmas season. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest. This ain't no new celebration of holiday. The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe, because you got to cut it down. They deck it with silver and with gold, just like he said, don't take the silver and the gold. But at this time, they were actually putting silver and gold on these trees. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. So they got to put that little cross on the bottom and hammer it so it'll stand up. This is called a god, an idol. That Christmas tree. It's a cursed thing, and you bringing a cursed thing into your house, you a cursed thing right along with it. That's what he just said. That's why I'm here to say they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. Why would it say speak not? Because this is a custom of the heathen that they done long before you were born, or even did any research to find out why you going to get a Christmas tree, put it in your house, and bowing down to it. You can't say you don't bow down to it because you ain't throwing no presents under no tree. You bow down on the floor, you take that present, you put it under there, so you pretty much bow your head down to the floor to put it all the way to the back of the stump of the tree. Then when you gotta get the present, whoever this present is, they gotta bow down and worship this tree and get the present from under the tree. Just like that. That's why I say, they but speak not. They must needs be born. Meaning you gotta carry them because they cannot go. They cannot move by themselves. You gotta carry that Christmas tree. He said, be not afraid of them. He already said they can't speak. Now he said, be not afraid of them. That's because the custom is from the Babylonian Empire when Nimrod and his mother/wife, because he had sex with his wife, which is his mother, Semiramis, and he had a son named Tammuz. All this in the scriptures, all back, just going all the way back to Genesis, early part of Genesis, you see? And Nimrod died. And she said his spirit was in this evergreen tree she got. If you ain't bring presents of gold and silver like they decking it out and bring these presents to her, Nimrod's spirit will come out of the tree and kill you. That's why it said they cannot speak. Say, be not afraid of them. A tree? Come on. For they cannot do evil. Hear that? Why he said they cannot do evil? Because he had put the myth out that Nimrod's spirit was in it, it's going to come and put you to death. Be not afraid of them. But they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. Christmas tree. You bring that curse thing into your house, you bring curses upon yourself. Psalms 106, 37. Yeah, they sacrifice their sons and their daughters unto devils. Hear that? Yeah, they sacrifice their sons and their daughters unto devils. Cold-blooded, man. This is what we did. 2 Kings. Go to 2 Kings, 16th chapter. This is what we did. That's why we got to come out. We're looking at what we did, and we don't want to continue to do the same thing and think it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. 2 Kings 16, let's start at 1. In the 17th year of Pekah, the son of Remaliah, Ahaz, the son of Jotham, king of Judah, began to reign. 20 years old was Ahaz when he began to reign. He was only 20 years old. And reigned 16 years in Jerusalem till he was 36. And did not which was right in the sight of the Most High, his power, like David his father. See? Wicked, evil king. Coming in at 20 years old. 16 years being evil and wicked. Doing abominable things. But he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, yeah, and made his son to pass through the fire, man, according to the abominations of the heathen, whom the Most High cast out from before the children of Israel. See, wickedness, sacrificed his son in the fire. This is what these heathen nations was doing. Here we are following the same suit. That's why we went to captivity after captivity after captivity after captivity. And even to this day. 1 Corinthians 10, 20, and 21. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice or worship, they sacrifice to devils. The devils. And not to the Most High. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. So even here, he's telling that we are separated from, we're supposed to separate ourselves from these other nations. when it comes down to how we got to serve the Most High. We're not supposed to be following them. They can follow us, but we're not supposed to be following them because they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being a forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. And I would not that you should have fellowship with devils. This is what he said. You cannot drink the cup of the Most High. You can't drink the cup of the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the cup of devils. When you think that this is a MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI, you can't drink the cup of the Most High and a MASHAYACH YAHAWASHI, and you think this is him, and you don't have nothing to say about it. They don't have nothing to say about it to this day. You can't drink the cup of the Most High and the cup of devils. He said you cannot drink the cup of the Most High and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Most High's table and of the table of devils. When you think that, hey, they the ones that's the Most High. Their idols are representing something more than our power, the Most High. You sacrificing the devils. And he's going to get you for that. Go back to 2 Kings. I mean, you can't look at it any way except for the judgment of the Most High. When you looking at going away from him, that's to anyone. You going away from him, you serving some other idol outside from him, and they always be teasing me about, I always say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Hebrews 10:31. But it's real. I mean, unless you think you can actually get in the hands of the Most High and deal with him. Look. Whew, man. This is what we did. 2 Kings, the 17th chapter. Let's look at 2 Kings 17. We're going to start at verse 8. It's, and walked in the statutes of the heathen. The Most High gave us perfect statutes, but we walked in the statutes of the heathen. Man. Whom the Most High cast out from before the children of Israel, and of the kings of Israel, which they had made. And the children of Israel did secretly those things that were not right against the Most High their power. And they built them high places in all their cities, from the tower of the watchman to the fenced city. And they set them up images and groves, where they worship Semiramis and Osiris and trees and so forth, and every high hill, and every under every green tree. And there they burnt incense in all the high places, as did the heathen, whom the Most High carried away before them, and wrought wicked things to provoke the Most High to anger. See, so the things that happen to us, when you go back, ain't nobody talking about all this because it's putting a spotlight on us and what we done as the children of Israel against the Most High. So is that why y'all don't want to talk about the Most High? Because when you go in there and you look at the scriptures and you see how we made him feel. That's why I said I'm going to go to my place in Hosea 5:15. Till we acknowledge our offense. You hearing how we offended him over and over again. We had the power of powers. Ain't no power but the Most High. He said all the other gods of the nations are idols. Some they can make with hands and so forth. That can't walk, you got to carry them and all that. We just read about the Christmas tree. That was an idol. Everybody afraid of it. Come on. We got the Most High. Here it is. For they serve, verse 12, for they serve idols, whereof the Most High has said unto them, ye shall not do this thing. Yet the Most High testified against Israel and against Judah, northern tribes, southern tribes, by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways. So when you're dealing with all these different idols, the nations' gods, these nations, religions, and so forth. Remember, say all the Gentiles sacrifice to devils. We just read that. And he don't want us to have fellowship with devils. You cannot drink the cup of the Most High. You can't represent the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and represent the table of devils. You eating of the Most High table or the table of devils? Point blank. Which one you gonna choose? A lot of you already made a choice. Hopefully you'll repent. Hopefully you'll fear the Most High. Repent, come back to his laws, statutes, commandments, and seek righteousness, his laws, statutes, commandments. He said, turn you from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes according to all the law, which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servants, the prophets. But see, y'all ain't reading about the prophets, because y'all taught all you got to do is just call on the name of Jesus and you're going to be saved. That's foolishness. When he went to the temple, what you think he wrote? Or he read the law and the prophets. That's all they had to go by, period. The old scrolls, that's it. Or show me where Paul, in his writings to the Ephesians, Corinthians, or whoever he talked to in writing, quoted from Revelations. If thou can. Show me where MASHAYACH was here in the flesh, quoted from Revelations 1st chapter to the 22nd chapter, if thou can. Or he quoted Paul's writings before Paul wrote what he wrote. Peter's writing before he wrote what he wrote. Because he said anything, they said what he said, or they got to go to the law and the prophets. Look, every time they went in the temple, so you understand, there is no New Testament. There's only the law and the prophets. That's all there is. But if you don't know that, then you're going to continue to be ignorant to the fact of the matter. Well, you got to know the Old Testament to understand the New Testament. Look at Acts 13, perfect example. And verse 15. It's clear. And after the reading of the law and the prophets, I'll read it to you one more time for edification and understanding. And after the reading of the law and the prophets, the rulers of the synagogue sent unto them, saying, Ye men and brethren, if ye have any word of exhortation for the people, say on. Then Paul was there when they was reading of the law and the prophets. Then Paul, who y'all like to believe in so much and don't understand his writing, stood up and beckoning with his hand said, Men of Israel, and ye that fear the Most High, give audience. See? So we're going through talking about us. Where? In the Old Testament, in the law. You see? Because that's all they had to go by. That's it. That's all they had to go by. Was the law and the prophets. Anybody that walked the earth that you read about in the New Testament. And John, when he was in captivity on the island of Patmos, was given revelations. But that's like 90 to 96, between 90 and 96 AD. Most everyone else was put to death. All the apostles were put to death by then. See? But see, we don't know that because you're not really doing research to be able to look at what it is that we need to know, and it takes studying. You got to be taught. Look at another example, then we'll get back to the topic at hand, but this is real because you got to know what it is that's written in the law and the prophets to be able to understand what's written in the New Testament. But you can't precept it back and forth, then you don't really know. Most people don't know what they're talking about as far as dealing with the New Testament. Let's give me an example. Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Most High power is upon me, because the Most High have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek, that's the humble. He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted. Can't nobody be more brokenhearted than we the Israelites. To proclaim liberty to the captives. We in captivity, out of captivity. And the opening of the prison to them that are bound. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Most High. And the day of vengeance of our power. To comfort all that mourn, right? So, I'm going to show you that the MASHAYACH, he said everything that's written here except for and the day of vengeance of our power. Because it wasn't the day of a vengeance yet. But he's coming. He told us in Revelation 19:11, he's coming to judge and make war. To comfort all that mourn. And that's talking to us. So when you go to Luke, the 4th chapter, just giving you an example, how he only had the law and the prophets. Now let's look. Luke 4. That's why I say you got to be able to go back and forth to prove what it is that you're saying it's all garbage. Look. Luke the 4th chapter. Let's start at verse 14. And the MASHAYACH shall return in the power of the Spirit into Galilee. And there went out a fame of him through all the region round about. So he becoming famous. And he taught in their synagogues, being glorified of all. So he taught in their synagogues, being glorified of all. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, this is custom, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read, right? So he's going into the synagogue, and he stood up to read. And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah, what we just read. Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written. We just read this in Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Most High is upon me, because he have anointed me, MASHAYACH, to preach the gospel to the poor. That's to me. He have sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Most High. Right? Like I told you, he didn't go into to bring the vengeance of the Most High, because he didn't come to bring the vengeance of the Most High. That wasn't his purpose, coming in the flesh. He came to die for the sins of the 12 tribes of Israel, the ultimate lamb. And he closed the book, and he gave it again to the minister and sat down. And the eyes of all them that were in the synagogue were fastened on him. They're looking at him. He just stood up and read that from Isaiah 61:1 and 2 and sat down. And everybody looking at him. And the eyes of all of them that were in the synagogue were fastened on him. And he began to say unto them, this day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears. And all bear him witness, and wondered at the gracious words which proceeded out of his mouth. And they said, is not this Joseph's son? Oh, that's another topic there. But they said, is not this Joseph's son? They didn't say, is not this Mary's son? They said, is not this Joseph's son? I wonder why they said that, if he's just of no account. Joseph is no account. He is account. You have to be reckoned with as his father. Psalms 106:37. Yeah, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. Straight up. Leviticus. Go to Leviticus and to the law. Man, we did a whole lot of things to disgrace ourselves before the Most High, as it is this day. People take it lightly. Most High got something for you when you want to cry to him, and you think it's okay. It's not okay. If you don't get it right before then, look. Look at what's it? Deuteronomy, no, Leviticus 17. Salakia. Verse 1, it says, and the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto Aaron, who was Moses' brother, and unto his sons, to Aaron's sons,